What's good, football fans? Back at you once again with another video. And this might officially be the first Victory Sunday video I've ever made before. But what a time to start, right? For the first time in 33 years, the Burgundy and Gold is back in the NFC Championship game. Now, that may not be the overall final goal of the season, but they're back in the NFC Championship game for the first time in 33 years. I don't care if you're the biggest pessimist in the entire world. That's good news to everybody's ears. This team has arrived on a national stage against the best team in the NFL this season. And I know there's going to be a bunch of people say, oh, that's because of the injuries and this, that, and the third. They had a lot of those injuries when they played the Vikings in week 18 and had no problem beating them. Don't let anybody try to take anything away from this victory from this team. Right now, there's not another team in the National Football League that's playing better than the Washington Commanders. A whole lot of things are all lining up at the same time. You know, there wasn't but one punt all night long from Trust Way. There wasn't but one. Couple that with 60 minutes of mistake-free football, which is something, I was trying to talk about coming into the game that the team needed to do. And we're talking about a masterpiece of a game here. An offense that put up 481 total yards. Absolutely killing it on fourth down again. 3 for 4 on fourth downs. They did have a little bit of help with the Lions shooting themselves in the foot on a couple of those plays. But then you got B-Rob coming in from the side with 15 carries, 77 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Those 2 touchdowns were clutch. And like I was telling Walter in the comments over on my pregame video, there is no doubt in my mind that if this team wants to do anything moving forward, especially starting yesterday, B-Rob was going to have to do more than what he'd been able to put up to that point. Look further, though. Eckler, 6 carries, 47 yards, 4 catches, 41 yards. Hey, the guy is in there. He is making contributions to the team, and he is one of the reasons why this team is in the NFC Championship game. Can y'all believe y'all just heard me say that? Y'all, the NFC Championship game. We in the NFC Championship game. I feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like a little child when I start thinking about that. Wow, right? Who would have thunk it? I'm sure there's somebody out there who would say, hey, me, I thunk it. Sure you did. But who would have thunk it? I was over here kind of thinking about the long term and thinking how many wins can they get year one? How many rookies can actually see the field? How much would the offense improve? Yada, yada, right? Beating the number 1 seed in their house by 2 touchdowns is a big deal. And it would be wrong of me not to mention the defense. The defense showed up last night. 5 takeaways, including 2 Mikey Samberstill INTs and a Quan Martin pick 6. And Jeremy Chin closed it out with his INT. Couple that with Dorrance Armstrong's 2 sacks, and that defense was doing things. And I know that Detroit, they were doing things as well on offense. That first half, there was a lot of points and a whole lot of yards that went up in the stat box. I think it may have actually been an NFL record for most points in a quarter for both teams. But I can tell you, me as a 40-plus year fan, that this might have been the most magical run of any of the seasons that I've been a part of as a fan. I know that it reminds me sort of 87 and 89-ish, but we didn't have a quarterback that year like Jaden. I know in 87 we did have Doug, and I realized that, things were magical about that season as well, but just not like this. Not like this, the way that they've been winning, the way that they were so terrible last year. I really can't compare it to anything. You can't downplay it either. It was on a huge, stage. You got the Ford Stadium, whatever it's called. And it's a humongous place. The people are just loud as they can be. And every single time, Jaden just drove the ball down the field like it didn't bother him. These guys are battle tested and they're ready. it's like a well-oiled machine just showing what it can do right in front of our eyes. You know, I can sit here and name a million things that Jaden Daniels has done this year as a rookie, but the thing that stuck out was something they said last night, that he had joined Ben Roethlisberger as the only rookies to win 14 games in a season. And that's a pretty big deal, you know, like, because Ben Roethlisberger is a future Hall of Famer. And I realized that Ben did more past his rookie year, so there's a whole lot more for him to prove down the road. But wow, what a beginning to this kid's career. What a year. What a time to be a fan of the burgundy and gold. I truly feel like there is not a single team out there that Jaden Daniels can't take down to the wire and be able to pull the game out and win. But I get a good chance today to sit back and watch, you know, the Eagles and the Rams game, and obviously the winner of that game will be the one that Washington takes on in the NFC Championship. You hear me say that right, y'all? The NFC Championship. And I'm over here thinking, why not us? I know that term has maybe gotten overused the last few years, but really, why not us? Can you honestly sit there and try to come up with the reason why Washington, with the way that they're playing right now and only getting better, can't beat every single team that's left in the playoffs? Just think about it in your brain and come back to me with an answer on that one. Because I can let you know that I'm riding on cloud 9 today. It didn't even let out any of the air in my balloon this morning when I looked online and I saw that the NFL had taken down a couple videos on my channel. I think it's kind of petty, but hey, you know, we are talking about the NFL here, so it is what it is. Millions of dollars in revenue, and they were worried about me having a couple of videos on my channel that maybe had content matches on their channel. But that's okay. I removed the video, so now here we are. Anybody interested in any of that content that was removed, I will be re-uploading that to Rumble. But that didn't even take any wind out of my sail at all. I'm still over here on cloud 9, flying as high as I can fly. 33 years in NFL purgatory is over. And it's not only over, it is over. Games like last night, though, start to remind me of the old days and how this team used to kick people in the mouth all the time, every single week, and how it was fun to watch, and how after every single touchdown, we would just sit back and sing Hail to the Redskins like it was no tomorrow, and, you know, just all night long. And I'm telling you, man, we made the world of all of it, and I feel like the last few years, our freaking fan culture has just been ravaged and rampaged, and we've been told how we're supposed to act. And man, I tell you what, it felt so good to watch that team just break out on the field and do what they're supposed to do what trained professionals want to do when they hit a field, do what they pay them to do every year, something that for 3 decades and some change, we have sat back and just wished that they could get each of these little small things right. Just get us a winner. Just do something, y'all. Like, let us play into January. Let us laugh at the Cowboys every couple years, man. Here we are. NFC Championship game, y'all. Oh, man. Let me stop. Detroit fans, any Detroit fans out there, man, hats off to you guys. Your team had a hell of a season. It had to end for one of us. Both of our offenses have been tearing shit up this year. You know, obviously, our night and my fan base's night was better than the Lions was, but you know, they did really put on a good show there on their venue, and it's everything that I heard from fellow fans that went and made a trip said that the fans that were up there were nice, courteous, that they were cordial. I didn't really pay attention to any reports that may have came out after the game, but I'm going to go on and assume that everything stayed pretty cordial after the game as well. Although anytime you mix 77,000 people and emotions, you end up with problems. But I'm going to sit back and I'm going to watch this Eagles game today. And I'm going to get a good look at who our opponent's going to be for the NFC Championship game. Y'all let me know what y'all thinking down in the comments. Y'all take it easy. Peace.
Our time! Our time!